Hello everyone. Uh, Today is Thursday. It's a good weekend, but the weather is not good. It's raining a lot in Hamilton. So I'm Young from the Central Balance, the acupuncturist and the herbalist. So today we gonna share a knowledge about new organ, the liver, the liver. So yeah, we all already share knowledge about the lung, the spleen, and heart, and the fourth we're gonna talk about the liver. So the liver is everybody knows is a detoxin organ in the body. No matter what toxin you take or poison, right? Your liver work a lot. So in Western medicine, the liver can detoxin of your blood, and it can generate protein, and also it can uh, help the gallbladder. Yeah, and it help to control the blood as well. So understanding the liver beyond an anatomy. So in Chinese medicine, when we talk about the liver, it's more like talk about the functional system. In Chinese medicine, the liver is more than the anatomy organ. It represents a functional system governing movement and transformation throughout the body. So, according to the five element theory, the liver belongs to wood. Classification as wood in the five element system, the liver embodies growth, upward movement, and the vitality of springtime renewal. So when we talk about the internal or an external partnership, the liver forms an interconnected and relationship with the gallbladder, regulate bile production while maintaining chi, energy and blood flow. Yeah, we all know the bladder is like a gallbladder is like a warehouse of the bile. So when the when the liver after the liver generate the bile, and it transport to your gallbladder and then to your small intestine together with the pancreas, yeah, to help the digestion system. Okay, so the liver connection, the liver holistic connection, the body, the man, and the spirit. So the liver stores the Hun, which is the ethereal soul, governing activities, dreams, and higher mental functions that guide purposeful living. So, and the liver is also an emotional center, closely linked to anger, frustration, and stress management. The liver processes emotional tension along with the physical energy. And So, okay. So I want to talk more about the emotional center. So as we all know, and nowadays a lot of people have the mental problems like depression because the world is nowadays not so friendly to common people because in the past 10 years the epidemic and the economy makes the world is difficult for common people living. No matter how much money you earn, you still have the mm, mental problems. Yeah. So, so in chest medicine, when we face when we chest medicine doctor face the problem of mental health, we treat the liver. Why? Because here said the liver is emotional center. So a lot of depression related depression related to the liver because because if you always under pressure, always depressed, and this energy cannot spread out, the anger cannot out, and gathering, it's gathering your body, your body. So it causes depression. So the anger, like PPC said, the anger linked to anger, frustration, and stress management. Liver process emotional tension along with the physical energy. So if your liver works well, it can release the pressure, by movement, by the liver energy movement. So uh, so we change medicine. We have a series of the herb formula. It can help the liver to relieve your stress, to help relieve the anger, relieve the frustration. Okay, we talk about later. Okay, let's uh let's talk about the physical manifestations. So the liver controls the tendons and alignment for the flexibility, governs nail health, nourishes eye for the vision, and manages tear production. We'll talk it later. So the core function characteristics are energy regulation, blood storage. So the liver ensures smooth and obstructed flow of the energy through all organ system and meridians for coordinated function. So the second function is blood storage. Stores The liver stores and regulates blood volume, releasing it during activities and replenishing during rest for optimal vitality and a dynamic balance. Maintains equilibrium between softness and stretchiness, flexibility and determination, enabling resilience and adaptability, and ascending. Sorry. Oh, the ascending dispersing nature of the liver energy. So upward. So first we talk about upward movement of the liver. So like spring, sap rising in the trees, liver energy naturally flows upward and disperses outward, activating and energizing the entire system. So this ascending quality minus spring energy, breaking winter stagnation, initiating growth, and promoting renewal throughout the body. By activating and coordinating other organ systems, liver energy creates the coding conditions for proper function across all psychological processes, physiological process. Sorry. It's a difficult to understand this PPT talk about, right? So in Chinese medicine, we always like compare the season with the organs. Like we told last time, each organ related closely to one season. So the liver related to the spring because the spring and the liver have the common nature. What's that nature? Which is upward, outward movement. That's the nature of the liver and the spring. So in the spring, in that season, in spring season, you can see a lot of plants grow up from the ground. Yeah, and you can see the grass, the flowers, and even the tree. You know, the new uh, uh, they grow up out of the surface. So this is described as upward, outward movement. So same as liver. The liver energy, it should be upward. It should move upward, outward. So if the liver's energy can move upward, outward, it can help activate, and energize the whole entire system. So the liver can, because the nature of liver, the liver energy can create conditions for proper function across all physiological process. So, so the liver energy movement not only related to the physical, but also the emotion. So facilitates both physical flexibility, intendence, and the emotions openness. They allowing natural expression and smooth adaptation to change. So because the liver energy move upward and outward, it can let the energy in your body spread out, and it can help smooth your mental. So now we're gonna talk about the liver. mm, in a young balance in liver physiology. So liver yin energy, nourishing, cooling, and moistening aspects and provides substances and foundation for all liver activities. Blood as material basis, moistening tissues, cooling function. Uh-uh. So liver yang energy, warming, activating, and dynamic aspects that derives movement and transformation process. So the energy is as functional energy, activating flow and generating vitality. So when the yin and the yang energy are harmonized, liver energies flow smoothly without excess or deficiency. So if imbalance manifests as heat signs like dizziness and irritability, or deficiency patterns, including fatigue and dryness. So in short, yang, yin and yang balance, yin and yang balance helps a lot of organ function well, not just the liver. It is a common sense for other organs. So the liver essential nature is free flow. Free flow means the free flow of the liver energy. So the liver fundamentally prefers free, unobstructed, and deeply dislikes constraint and stagnation in its functional pathways. Consequences of constraint: emotional suppression, chronic stress, and lifestyle factors create blockage that disturb the natural smoothness of liver energy. When liver energy becomes constrained, it fails to coordinate organ system and meridians effectively, leading to widespread dysfunction. So like I said before, because the liver is the emotional center, um, so if you have a bad mood, it can affect your liver. Also, if your liver cannot work well, it affects the bed. It can affect the mood. So, so like I said, chronic stress, and continually emotional suppression. So it can block the circulation of the liver energy, and it'll cause a lot of disease. Eventually, cause mental disease. So in modern society, sedentary lifestyles, emotional repression, and chronic stress make long energy stagnation increasingly common in contemporary health, like I said before, because nowadays the outward is not friendly to common people. Everybody works very hard, lives very hard. We struggle. We work very hard for living. You know, but everything seems so expensive. So a lot of stress, especially for those guys who need to feed their family. So I used to be a man, you know, uh, say it out loud, emotional impression, and chronic stress, because when I used to work in hospital, it's much more stress, and we need to sit there all day to do the job, a lot of cases, a lot of patients. But so that caused my my body is not very healthy, not very healthy. It's because these bad um, feelings changed the movement of the liver energy in my body. So it caused I have the heartburn a lot. I used to have the heartburn a lot. Uh, you know, the acid from the stomach, just somehow flow to the esophagus, and caused me feel very bad. So I always need to take the medicine, the pills. That's because I always under pressure, a chronic stress. It let my liver cannot work very well. So the liver started to attack, to injury my spleen, stomach, and it caused, in the end, it caused my heartburn, caused my, yeah. So how to treat it in Chinese medicine? How to treat it in Chinese medicine? So how to treat it in Chinese medicine? There is a small tip. We regulate. We use herbs to regulate the liver's energy. Let the liver's energy flow very well, flow smooth, and also reduce the excess of the liver heat, so it can help to treat the disease, the heartburn. There's a very famous formula to treat that. Let's continue. Okay, sorry, I moved my photo to here. All right. The liver. The liver is a firm, active organ. What's that mean? So it seems like in Chinese medicine, all the organs are alive, right? It's like a human. Yeah. The liver is characterized as a firm organ with the inherent dynamism and a tendency toward exercise activity rather than weakness. So, and the liver contains a form of warming energy that supports the transformation process, but can become excessive when unbalanced. And third, excessive activation. When unchecked, liver activities intensified, creating upward rising patterns that affects multiple systems throughout the body. Common symptoms like dizziness, headaches, irritability, muscle tension, and emotional volatility signal excessive liver activities requiring regulation. So, liver. If we consider all the organs in your body as if we consider you are the boss of your body and all the organs are your employee, liver heart must be the most uh, you know work harder employee, because the liver is more activated. It controls the energy flow in your whole body, controls your mental health, and also it can coordinate other organs to do their job. So the liver is more active, and liver are easily have the excess fire. We believe uh, you have fire and water in your body. It's like yang energy and yin energy. If the yang energy is too much, We call it fire. And this fire can burn your body, can cause disease. For example, if there are too much fire in the liver, it causes a man feel headaches and irritability. And their tongue you can see red of the tongue and with yellow coating on it. And these kind of men, some of these kind of men, they like drink. So why those people after drinking, they got very angry, they destroy things on the street, you know. If you mm, uh, in the midnight, you know, in some places, I don't mention which country, right? Some people after drinking a lot of alcohol, and they started to destroy things on the street, you know, and some of them fight against each other. It caused a lot of bleeding. That's because the wine, the alcohol, drink too much alcohol. The alcohol is very hot, actually. It's fire to the body. If you drink too much fire in your body is gonna explode, right? So too much fire into the body can aggravate the liver. So people feel angry. So in Western medicine, you know, after you drinking alcohol, those alcohol need to be transported to your liver to detoxin. Some people's liver is powerful. They can detoxin easily, so they can drink a lot of wine. But some people, their liver is not powerful. Even a small cup of alcohol, their body cannot detoxin it. For example, me, only a small cup of alcohol, it causes me red skin. So uh, those drunk people, you know, those people who drink alcohol too much, they are easily easily uh, anger. They can easily anger. That's because too much alcohol will injure your in energy of the liver, and in energy of the liver become low, and your young energy is more excess. So it causes the liver is always be activated, you know, will cause anger a lot. Mm. Okay, yin in structure, yang in function. What's this mean? So the blood represents the substantial material basis, which is yin, that forms the liver's physical function and nourishing capacity. Uh, Energy movement embodies the dynamic, transforming function, which is yang, that governs flow, regulating the vitality expression. So the yin substance, the yin energy and yang energy exist simultaneously, creating stability through integrated opposition. So optimal liver function requires both adequate blood to nourish and strong energy to activate for vitality throughout balance. So what does that mean? So as we all know, as we mentioned before, liver is like a warehouse, stores the blood in your body. So this blood are the material uh, to this blood are the material uh, to supply the body to nourish the organs. So that means that's where we say the in structure. Sorry, in structure. So all the movement, all energy movement needs rely on the all the energy movement relies on the liver yang energy. So that's why we call it yang in function. So only the yin and the yang work together can help to to spread to transport this blood, this nutrition to the body. So liver's two primary functions governs free flow, regulates energy movements throughout the entire body, ensuring smooth circulation in organs, meridians, and physiological process, and ascending and descending functions across all organs. Supports emotional processing, digestion, reproduction, and respiration. Fourth, impaired by emotional strength, constraint, and blockage in flow patterns. So basically, the emotional processing, digestion, reproduction, and respiration, they are all supported by the liver. Why? Because liver regulate the energy movement through the entire body. That's because why? It can ensure circulation in the organs and meridians. But like I said before, the functional liver is easily injured by emotional stress, constraint, and blockage in flow patterns. So today I would like to talk about cancer. Recently, one of my relatives mm, mm, almost died because of cancer. I used my relative's case. I want to explain one thing. How liver important in cancer. Uh, my relative nowadays is about almost 60 years old, a man. He used to drink a lot of alcohol, a lot of in my hometown, um, it is tradition if you invite somebody for a party, people encourage each other to drink a lot of Why? So since I was a child, I remember my relative always drank, and every time he drank, he destroyed things. So I don't like him very much, to be honest. Last year, he suddenly couldn't eat anything. Then he went to the hospital. You guess what? CT scan shows there are a lot of tumors in his chest cavity and abdominal cavity. Lots of. And after so many tests, the doctors finally found the cancer originated from the gallbladder duct. And from there, spread to liver, spread to the whole belly, spread to the lung, and northern spread to the bone. So I'm not saying drinking alcohol will cause cancer, but if you injure your liver a lot, it will let you easily get cancer. So there's no cure. He even my relative he went to the most advanced hospital uh, for treating the tumor in China. The tumor cannot be controlled, still growing, and now he got serious infection of the lung because nowadays Western medicine doctor they treat cancer patients. They not only use the chemical therapy but also uh, the radiology therapy, and we know nowadays a lot of gene target medicine and immune system medicine are invented. But these advanced medicine, it can it can target the it can target the cancer precisely, but it will cause another side effects, which is they can weaken the immune system. Once a human body's immune system is weakened, uh, even a small common germ can kill the man. You must have heard of the HIV virus, AIDS. So in the end, those AIDS patients, died because infection. Because when the immune system is broken, it's gone, your body is very fragile, so it can easily get infected. So my relative, because he took a long time of gene target medicine and immune system medicine, so in the end um, his lung is affected by fungus, together with the germ. Normal people, common people, uh, hardly get the fungus infection in the lung, as a non-common people. But for those immune system injury patients, they can easily cause the fungus infection or fungus. Yeah. So my relatives, he his temper is not good. angry a lot, always arguing, sometimes fighting. Yeah. So in the end, it caused the gallbladder cancer and lung cancer and liver cancer. So I tell you guys this example to want you know, drink less, good temper is good for your liver. Yeah, and you know because the liver in Chinese medicine, the liver stores the blood. It's like a warehouse stores all the blood in the body. In Western medicine, they have the similar theory. Western medicine believe during your sleep. I couldn't remember the finger, but they said a lot of blood will go into your liver. It's like a warehouse, right? So yeah, it's like so that's because the liver has a powerful, a huge blood circulation network. So the lung cancer can easily transport, can easily, uh, uh, you know, the lung cancer patient in their body, the cancer cell can easily flow in the blood and to other parts of the body. So it is easily contagious in lung cancer patient, in liver cancer patient. So and it's very hard to treat, difficult to treat. Okay. Okay. So we talked so much about the liver detoxing function, right? And the good circulation. So next lesson, we continue to share the knowledge of the liver. Okay. So wish you guys have a good weekend and see you next time. Bye.